One chilly evening, Elon Musk's son, X, met Bill Clinton, a man weathered by power, yet searching for something deeper. X looked at Clinton, not as a former president, but as a lost soul craving light in a dark world. Faith, X whispered, is not just belief. It's the strength to carry the invisible. Clinton listened, confused yet captivated. How could a boy, barely a teenager, hold wisdom so profound? The room fell silent, but in that silence, something shifted, a fragile truth began to grow. X's voice trembled, but his words cut through the noise like a knife through fog. When you lose everything, faith is the last thing that holds you. Clinton's eyes shimmered with a memory he had long buried, a glimpse of hope from his own past. That night, a conversation began, one that would change both of their lives forever. Before we continue, we'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from? Drop your location in the comments below, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe. For more inspiring stories, Bill Clinton sat quietly, the weight of years etched on his face, as X unfolded a story of faith he had never heard before. You see, faith isn't about certainty. It's about trusting the unseen, even when it's the hardest thing to do. X's words felt like a balm, soft yet powerful, stirring something long forgotten in Clinton's heart. The boy spoke of nights spent praying, not for miracles, but for strength to face tomorrow. My father, Elon, he builds rockets, but I build my faith from silence and struggle. Clinton's hands trembled slightly as he recalled his own battles, his own nights of despair. You speak of hope as if you've lived 1,000 lifetimes, Clinton whispered, almost to himself. X smiled gently. Maybe I have, in the moments I chose to believe against all odds. The conversation deepened, weaving stories of pain, redemption, and the quiet power of belief. In that room, two worlds collided, a legacy of power and a young soul's fragile grace. Faith, X explained, was like this chapel, silent, humble, yet unshakable in its presence. You don't need loud prayers or grand gestures. Sometimes, faith is the whisper you hear when the world is asleep. Clinton's gaze softened, the tension in his shoulders easing for the first time in years. I've chased power, money, approval, but none filled the emptiness I carried inside. X nodded. That emptiness is where faith begins. It fills you slowly, like dawn breaking after the longest night. The boy's voice was steady now, glowing with conviction beyond his years. When I feel lost, I close my eyes and remember. Faith is my compass, guiding me through the storm. Clinton reached out, his hand trembling as it brushed X's. A silent exchange of understanding passed between them. How did you find that faith, so young, so sure? Clinton asked softly. X smiled. I lost everything I thought mattered. And in that loss, I found the only thing that never leaves. Later that night, under a blanket of stars, X and Clinton shared stories not of power, but of pain and hope. Faith saved me when I was broken, X said quietly. It didn't fix everything, but it gave me reason to stand. Clinton nodded, the firelight reflecting the tears he fought to hold back. You teach me that faith is not weakness, but the strongest armor a person can wear. The silence between them was filled with unspoken truths, the kind that heal wounds unseen. I used to think faith was blind. Now I know its eyes wide open, choosing to trust anyway. X's voice was soft, yet every word carried the weight of a lifetime lived too fast. Clinton felt something shift inside him, a hope he thought had died long ago. Your faith is a gift, Clinton whispered, one that I will carry with me from now on. That night, under infinite stars, two souls found a fragile, powerful bond through faith's quiet grace. The dawn of a new day mirrored the awakening in Clinton's heart, sparked by a boy's gentle faith. Faith is not a destination, X said. It's a journey, sometimes painful, always worth it. Clinton looked out at the horizon, feeling the weight of his past lift just a little. You've shown me how to believe again, even when everything feels lost. X smiled. Belief is not magic. It's choosing to hope when the world says don't. Their conversation lingered like morning mist, soft and full of promise. Clinton's voice was steadier, filled with newfound courage. Faith is the light I needed. And it's inside you always was. You just had to let it breathe. As the sun rose higher, so did their spirits, connected by faith, hope, and human grace. In that moment, two hearts knew something profound. Faith is the quiet miracle that never fades. Clinton's mind raced, haunted by memories he thought faith could never touch. Broken promises, lost friends, moments of despair. X's words, soft yet certain, wove a lifeline through the chaos. Faith doesn't erase pain, but it gives you strength to carry it. The river beside them whispered ancient secrets, mirroring the flow of their fragile conversation. Sometimes, faith is silent, X said, a steady heartbeat when the world screams for answers. Clinton closed his eyes, feeling the truth settle deep inside, a seed ready to grow. I've lived through storms, Clinton admitted, voice rough, but never like this, never with such quiet courage. X smiled gently. Faith is not about never falling. It's about always rising. The night embraced them, holding space for broken souls to find healing. Your faith reminds me that even the darkest night leads to dawn, Clinton whispered. Under that moonlit sky, hope began to weave itself between two very different lives, forever changed. The next day brought thunder, but neither Clinton nor X feared the storm. It mirrored the battles fought inside them. Faith is like this. Oak, X said, pointing to the ancient tree. Deep roots anchoring you when winds rage. Clinton watched raindrops race down leaves, feeling anchored for the first time in years. You speak of faith as if it's a shield, Clinton mused, but it's more like a promise to never give up. X nodded. Exactly. It's a quiet vow between you and the universe, made in moments of desperation. The storm outside grew fierce, but inside, a peaceful strength blossomed between them. I've held power in my hands, but never felt this grounded, Clinton confessed softly. Power fades. Faith endures, X said simply, eyes bright with certainty. The rain slowed, and as the storm passed, a sense of calm settled, unshakable and pure. Two souls, one ancient as the oak, rooted deeply in the quiet power of faith, I in the quiet that followed the storm. X lit a single candle, its flame trembling but unyielding. Faith is like this candle, he said softly, small, fragile, but powerful enough to push back darkness. Clinton watched the flame dance, feeling a flicker of light ignite within his own heart. Sometimes faith is just holding on to that tiny spark when everything else feels lost, X continued. I've seen shadows that seemed endless, Clinton admitted, but never a light so persistent. The candle's glow grew steadier, filling the room with warmth and hope. Faith isn't loud, X whispered. It's a quiet courage that burns on when all else fails. Clinton's voice softened. Your faith is a beacon, guiding me back from darkness. The two sat in silence, the flame between them a symbol of fragile yet unbreakable hope. In that simple light, they found a shared truth, even the smallest. Faith can conquer the deepest night. That X reached into his bag and pulled out a worn journal, its pages filled with prayers, doubts, and quiet victories. Faith is a journey, he said, marked by the words we write, the battles we face, the moments we survive. Clinton ran his fingers over the ink, feeling the weight of 1,000 unseen struggles captured in every line. I never thought faith could be so raw, so honest, Clinton confessed. It's not perfection, X replied. It's truth. holding on even when you want to let go. The journal told a story of resilience, a roadmap through darkness toward light. Clinton's eyes misted as he realized faith was not about having all the answers, but embracing the questions. Your journey is a testament to the strength in vulnerability, Clinton said quietly. X smiled. Faith is brave because it is real. It faces fears and still moves forward. Together, they understood that faith's power lies in its honesty, a story written one fragile word at a time. As the sun rose, painting the ocean gold, Clinton felt a shift, a new chapter unfolding inside him. Faith is the dawn after the longest night, X said softly. A promise of light no darkness can steal. Clinton gazed at the horizon, feeling a peace he hadn't known was possible. You've shown me that faith isn't about having it all figured out, Clinton said, but about stepping forward anyway. Exactly, X smiled. It's choosing to believe when there's no clear path ahead. The waves whispered secrets of hope and renewal, echoing their quiet conversation. Faith gave me courage when I was afraid to stand alone, Clinton admitted, and it will carry you further than you ever imagined, X said with quiet certainty. The sunrise bathed them in warmth, a symbol of faith's endless promise. In that golden light, two hearts embraced the truth. Faith is the eternal spark of hope that never fades. The path ahead was shrouded in fog, every step uncertain, but Clinton knew he had to keep moving, fueled by the fragile faith X had sparked inside him. Faith is not a map, X said quietly. It's a compass, guiding you even when the way is unclear. Clinton felt the weight of past mistakes, but something deeper urged him forward, beyond fear and doubt. I used to think power meant control, Clinton admitted, voice heavy. Now I see faith means surrendering control to something greater. The trees whispered secrets of endurance, teaching him that growth happens in the unknown. Every step taken in faith is a victory, X reminded him, even when the path seems endless. Clinton's heart ached with hope and regret, two forces system, forces entwined, pulling him toward redemption. The trees whispered secrets of endurance, teaching him that growth happens in the unknown. Every step taken in faith is a victory, X reminded him, even when the path seems endless. Clinton's heart ached with hope and regret, too, forces entwined, pulling him toward redemption. In the stillness of a chapel, Clinton knelt, his hands trembling, surrendering all doubts and fears to the divine. Faith begins when you admit you don't have all the answers, X said, voice echoing softly in the sacred space. Clinton's prayer was not for miracles, but for strength to accept what he could not change. There is power in surrender, X whispered. It's not weakness, but the bravest act of all. The stained glass painted colors on the floor, as if hope itself had entered the room. I spent so long fighting alone, Clinton admitted. Now I see faith is about asking for help. The silence held a sacred promise. No one walks this path alone. Faith is the hand you reach out when the world turns its back, X said gently. Clinton's soul felt lighter, freed from the weight of pride and pretense. In that moment, faith became a refuge, a place to rest and be renewed that life's harshest cracks often hide the most unexpected beauty, Clinton realized as he watched a flower bloom through concrete. Faith is like this flower, X said softly, breaking through the hardest places to find light. Clinton's scars were not signs of defeat, but of survival, a testament to faith's quiet power. I was broken, Clinton confessed, but faith showed me that brokenness can be a beginning. The flower's fragile petals defied every odds, reminding him that hope can thrive anywhere. Faith transforms wounds into wisdom, X said, and pain into purpose. Clinton saw his past not as a burden, but as a foundation for new growth. Every crack is a place where light gets in, X reminded him gently. The bloom stood tall despite its harsh surroundings, a living metaphor for redemption. In that simple flower, Clinton found the courage to believe in beauty after pain. Forgiveness hovered between them like a delicate dove, fragile, yet full of promise. Faith is the key to unlocking forgiveness, X said, for others and for yourself. Clinton's heart wrestled with bitterness, a cage built from years of pain and regret. I thought forgiveness meant forgetting, Clinton admitted, but it means freeing yourself from the past. The dove soared higher, its wings catching the light of grace and mercy. Holding on to hurt only weighs you down, X said softly. Faith teaches us to let go. Clinton exhaled, feeling years of anger slip away with every breath. Forgiveness is faith's gift, a path to peace that begins within. The sky stretched wide and open, reflecting the newfound freedom in Clinton's soul. In that moment, faith became forgiveness, and forgiveness became the wings to soar beyond pain. Alone, faith can feel fragile, but in community, it becomes a blazing fire, unbreakable and bright. Clinton saw how sharing pain and hope created a bond deeper than any power he'd known. Faith grows stronger when we carry each other's burdens, X said. Together we shine brighter. The vigil's flames flickered, each light a testament to resilience and shared grace. Clinton felt a swell of gratitude for this unexpected family of souls. I thought faith was a solitary journey, Clinton admitted, but it's a circle of strength. Each voice in the darkness carried a story of survival and hope. Faith is found in the spaces between us, in the hands that lift and hold. The night was alive with warmth, a chorus of light piercing through despair. Together, they embodied faith's true power, a force that heals, unites, and transforms. Storm clouds raged within Clinton's soul, each wave a memory crashing hard. But faith was the rising sun that promised peace beyond the tempest. Faith doesn't erase the storm, X said softly. It teaches us to sail through it. Clinton gripped the wheel of his life, trembling, yet determined to navigate toward calm. I was lost in darkness, Clinton whispered, but faith showed me the horizon is never too far. The sea slowly softened as dawn painted hope across the sky. In every storm, there's a lesson waiting to be learned, X reminded him gently. Clinton's heart steadied, no longer fearing the waves, but trusting the voyage. Faith anchors the soul when the world feels chaotic, X said quietly. As light broke, so did the heaviness in Clinton's chest. A fragile peace blossomed. In that morning glow, faith became the calm after the storm, steady and sure. Between fear and hope stretched a bridge, fragile, but standing strong, built by faith's quiet hands. Faith builds bridges where doubt only sees gaps, X said, voice steady as stone. Clinton hesitated, haunted by walls he'd built around his heart, walls faith was now tearing down. I was afraid to trust, Clinton confessed, but faith taught me to step forward anyway. Each step across the bridge echoed courage, breaking silence between pain and healing. Trust is faith in action, X said softly, a leap into the unknown, held by grace. Clinton felt the weight of the past lesson with every cautious step. The bravest journey is the one toward connection, X whispered. The other side wasn't perfect, but it was hope, waiting with open arms. Faith transformed the distance into a path, and fear into a bridge of light. The past was a book Clinton once feared to open, pages stained with regret, but faith turned those pages into light. Faith rewrites the story, X said, transforming pain into wisdom and chapters into new beginnings. Clinton's hands trembled as he opened the book, ready to face the truth within. I thought my story was over, Clinton whispered, but faith showed me it was just beginning. Each glowing page held lessons born from struggle, guiding him toward hope. "We are the authors of our own redemption," X said gently. Clinton realized forgiveness wasn't just for others. It was for the story he wanted to live. "Faith gives us the courage to turn the page," X reminded him softly. The light from the book spread warmth, healing old wounds with every word. In that moment, faith became the pen that wrote a new future. The mountain of doubt loomed large. But faith was the sunrise breaking through, casting long shadows behind. "Every new day is a breakthrough," X said, "faith turning darkness into light." Clinton stood at the summit, breathless but alive, ready to face what came next. "I climbed through fear and pain," Clinton whispered, "and found strength I never knew I had." The sun's first light bathed the valley below, a promise of grace renewed. "Faith is the light that guides us over the highest peaks," X said quietly. Clinton's soul soared, lifted by hope and the warmth of a new beginning. "Every step forward is a victory," X reminded him, a testament to faith's power. The mountain stood tall, but so did Clinton, unbroken, unyielding, redeemed. In that sunrise, faith became a beacon, illuminating the path to freedom. In the stillness of night, Clinton lit a candle, small but fierce, a symbol of faith that would never waver. "Faith is the light that never goes out," X said softly, "even in the darkest hours." Clinton's heart held that flame steady, a beacon for all the battles fought within. "I carry faith like this candle," Clinton whispered, a promise to keep shining no matter what. The room glowed with warmth, a sanctuary born from quiet resilience. "Faith endures beyond fear and doubt," X reminded him. "It is the spark of life itself." Clinton smiled, knowing this light would guide him forever, through every shadow. "Even the smallest flame can illuminate the darkest path," X said. The candle flickered, steady and true, a testament to hope's unbreakable spirit. In that gentle glow, faith was not just belief. It was life, love, and endless grace. What did this story of faith, hope, and transformation inspire in you? Where are you watching this video from? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this message touched your heart, consider subscribing to our channel for more uplifting stories, liking this video, and sharing it with others to spread the hope and strength of faith.